What's up, everybody? It's your boy Kid Smooth back with another episode. May I add, the 11th episode of Let's Talk Games. And today, I want to talk a little bit about, the big elephant in the room, and that's Xbox finally coming out with a win in the month of November. And there's this game that's getting a lot of attention, especially on Twitter. It's actually an indie game called iDark. If you guys haven't watched it, I'm sure it's being streamed now. Please check it out. I'll touch up on that. But before we get into it, shout out to Sad Man Dan who won't be joining us today. He's actually on a date for the first time, and I don't know how long. But I wish him luck. Hopefully he get the draws tonight. If he doesn't, it won't be disappointing. He has a date, so I'll do my best not to diss him without him here to defend himself. But congratulations, Sad Man Dan. I hope you are smiling. So next week's show or the next show we do, please have your little avatar smiling, okay? And also want to give a shout out to Chuck, aka Chuck to the Beat. Did I say that right?
Yeah, that's right.
So Chuck's been watching the show for quite a while, and I know he's contacting me plenty of times to get on, and definitely happy to have you here and see what your inputs are. Can't wait to hear what you have to say. You know what I mean? So this isn't like really scripted or anything like that. So feel free to speak your mind, and they're having you here.
Thanks.
And so, as for the usual, we got showstopper. You know what I mean? Please, show you still here? All right, some technical difficulties. I think he's trying to get yeah, because two of them did pop up in here. But we got one of my favorite YouTubers here, Big Kahuna. Please.
What's up, everybody?
And we got the big pony. I mean the big homie. Ela.
You said it right the first time. You said it right the big point. It was good. What's good, everybody?
All right, and showstopper. If you can hear me, shout yourself out.
There we go. My bad, everybody.
But so first thing we're gonna talk about the Xbox One. We all know they won November in the U.S. and the U.K. Numbers aren't actually confirmed yet; they weren't revealed yet. But word is that the Xbox One sold 1.2 million. PS4 was at around somewhere between 750 to 800,000, and a Wii and a measly 200,000. What does this mean? Who wants to go?
I'll go. I mean, it means that, what I'm saying, the Xbox, they had to lower that price, in order to win. But, I mean, it is what it is. They won a month, but I don't see, like, the big deal over, what I'm saying? Like, I see, like, a lot of guys that claim, oh, sales don't matter, but they make, oh, the Xbox did this and did that. I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Shit, they won Black Friday. They did real good. But we all know that if it wasn't for that price cut on that bundle, which pretty much reduced the price under $200, I mean, I don't think that it would have outsold the PS4. But it is what it is. They outsold them, what I'm saying? Kudos to Microsoft, you know what I mean?
Let me ask you a question. Specify the price cut under $200 because from my
Okay.
understanding, you had to trade in your PlayStation 3 or your Xbox One in order to get it for under that price. So that's really
Okay.
not a price cut. That's them giving you money for a device to purchase a newer device.
Okay, but if you add the price of the game of Assassin's Creed Unity, which is 60, you
Hmm.
add the price of
Can't do
Black
that.
Flag, which is about 40 or 50,
Mhm.
and you add the gift cards you got, like that really breaks the price down. But I mean, it's a good value, I'm saying? That's like I'm a parent. If my child has asked me for a console, I'm saying, I'm gonna go with the best deal, I'm saying? If I see a console for 325 and you get two fucking games and a gift card, fuck paying. I'm going
So
with that
so
fucking,
you
I'm saying? Huh?
so you breaking down the games that's in it and taking subtracting that from the console itself.
No,
Or
what I'm
could they just
saying is that the
possibly could they
value.
just possibly just gave the games away free and just charged 350 or
Okay,
whatever it was for the console?
okay, okay, showstop. I see where you're going with this, but I'm gonna ask you a question.
Hmm.
If they would have kept that price at 399 without no fucking games, do you actually think that Xbox would have performed the way it did and also the PS4 the way it did? Honestly.
Well, it's hard to say that because we would never know because that's not what they did. You know,
But I'm
the
at,
theory is
but,
this is what I'm saying. If we do not know, because that's not what they did. I'm going off of what actually took
okay,
place. So if what actually
but
took
show.
place was they bundled, you not let me finish. If what actually
Go ahead,
took
go ahead,
place
bro. Go
is
ahead.
what, yeah, if what actually took place was, um, they bundled the games. You know, Sony had bundles too. You know what I'm saying? They had
True. That's true.
the Grand Theft
Grand Theft
bundle,
Auto,
and they had
The Last of Us.
the Last of Us bundle. They had bundles also. So
Right.
it's not the bundle. I'm not harping on the bundle. I'm just saying they did a smart move, which bundling it, giving it, making a good value for the price that you are getting. If this was Sony, and Sony would have done this very same thing, we would not be having this conversation today. That's the
Showstopper.
thing. That's the thing. That's the thing. That's the
I
little.
totally agree with you.
Yeah,
I
there we
totally
go.
agree with you. Far as you know, what I'm saying like it was a smart move for Microsoft to
It
do that.
was
You know, what I'm
smart.
saying I'm not knocking them for doing that. You know, what I mean, like I'm not knocking them, but my thing is like, let's not just say, oh, the PS4 is dead. You know, what I'm saying the PS4 is
Oh
done.
no,
It's
it's not
like,
dead. It's not dead.
Nobody said that.
Nobody's
yeah, but
saying that trash.
no, 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 but I'm saying like the shit that I read on Twitter and YouTube is like, come on, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's one thing to troll, but like, do you really think
That's
that,
trolling.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but do you really
But I
think
feel
that, come on. But the thing is, like, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, it's all good for the industry, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people
you. Yeah.
saying, well, Microsoft took a loss, you know what I'm saying? Even if they took a loss, they're gonna gain that shit back in software sales.
Oh
So like I
yeah.
said, at the end of
Oh
the day,
yeah.
shit, it is what it is. It is. I mean, it's funny to me to see that Sony guys getting upset about it because you've been bragging about sales all fucking year. Now they get outsold. You know what I'm saying? About 400,000. Now you fucking crying. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. That's my point. I see. Let's congratulate the console. I mean, everything Sony did that was I thought was hot. You know what I'm saying? I congratulated them on it. You know what I'm saying? They did a lot of good things. It's just, I don't know. It's just something with the Xbox. Everybody kind of harping on this hate from I don't know way back. Maybe they've been
it's
burned with the 360, with the Red Ring of Death, and it's a whole lot of collective things that had happened that caused them to feel the way they feel.
but
But
Yeah.
as gamers, you got to move on. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy life.
right. Right, I don't think that is hate. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I didn't like the whole idea when they revealed their console, but shit, I went out. You know, I was an early adopter. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Right.
like,
Me
you
too.
know, I mean, I didn't wait for no fucking praise job. But the only thing that gets me is like, I bought your console with this fucking idea of what you telling me at the time, and then it's like a year later, you know what I'm saying? You do like a complete 180. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's
Well,
why
they
I look
had
at the.
to.
You know what I'm saying? I
They
pretty much.
they had to because of the heat that they took early on.
But that's why.
But if you
That's
look
why.
at what's happening now, if you look at what's happening now, Sony is adopting some of the things that Microsoft had revealed. With the TV, with the I can't even
TV
think of it. It's right
services.
on my. It's a lot of things that they are starting to adopt now that Microsoft had revealed, and everybody looking at that as fresh new ideas,
Hmm.
and it's not. You know what I'm saying? This is something that Microsoft had pre-forth and put out there, ahead of time, and now it's everybody over it. Everybody want those features that they was trying to get. Even with the sharing stuff and everything, a lot of that stuff. Microsoft had a lot of that stuff early on.
Yes.
And it was just, but you look at it and you say you didn't see the benefit at the moment because everybody was upset about always being online. And that was the main thing. It was probably a bunch of other stuff, but always being online was the main focus. But if you look at a company that changed those points, you know what I'm saying, and change those points of view and start listening to their customers and start moving in a positive direction, they ain't even take a shot at nobody. You got to get behind that. You know, you can't hold
Right,
on
but
to that.
I'm gonna keep it real like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I got the Xbox One. I fuck with it from time to time, but I'm just not feeling it. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's
the
fine.
whole Connect shit. I felt that was bullshit, and the way they did
Hmm.
just a complete 180. You know what I mean? I
Hmm.
mean, I'm just a piece of shit. I'm holding on to until some good exclusives come out. But I mean,
Oh,
hey, it is what it is.
and hey, you're entitled to that though, bro. I would never
Yeah,
take that away from you because I feel the same way about
yeah.
about Sony. I don't want that trash
Right.
until I actually, you know what I'm saying, something that interests me come out. You know what I'm saying? I see why a lot of people is not into features or into
Yeah.
you know what I'm
I
saying,
don't care.
those
Right.
apps, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people not into that stuff. They just want games. But you know, me personally, you know what I'm saying? I'm into that type of stuff, and the console do so much that I use every day. I use the Xbox One is just like a tablet or you know what I'm saying, or some type of device like that to where you have like your apps. You can do all that. Not only that, you can play games and a whole lot of other little stuff with it, man. It's just like having a phone and everything in your hand, man. I do everything on the Xbox One. You know what I'm saying?
Tell him,
And
brother.
that's
Tell him.
pretty that's
Well,
pretty smooth, man. That's pretty smooth.
well,
I enjoy it.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like that whole Connect shit. Like I have a problem with the fucking whole recognition thing. Like it don't even fucking recognize me. I can't do the
Did you
navigation.
calibrate it right?
Yes, I did everything right. It's laggy. It's fucking slow. You know what I'm saying? And then everything I'm just like the fucking Blu-ray player. It's
Mhm.
bullshit. I can't fucking like certain Blu-rays that I play, certain movies that I play. It's just like I said. You know, they supposed to have some games coming out. I'll wait around. Then if the games come out, they good. I keep. But if I'm gonna keep getting disappointed by the games, then my
Right.
only choice is to get rid of. You know what I mean?
There you go.
And what's up, E-Rock? See that you made it.
Yeah, finally got here, man. I had to work some overtime, but I'm finally here, guys. Merry Christmas, happy holidays to all my Sony ponies, all my Xbox, all my PC elitists, and even you Wii U weirdos. Merry Christmas.
Well, our PC elitist is actually on a date, so he won't be joining
What?
us.
What?
Yes,
Really?
yes.
Oh, come
Whoa!
on now.
Uh,
Is that a play
Wow!
date? Is it a play date?
man,
Uh,
let's
You
just
got a
hope
couple of buddies over there with some hot pockets. You know what I'm saying?
let's just hope he scores.
No,
Sad man
I'm just
Dan, if you're watching this on your date, because I'm
I'm just
actually
teasing, man. Hey,
I'm
shout out to Sad.
sad man Dan, if you're watching this, which I'm sure you are watching this, because I can actually see you watching this on your date, which you shouldn't be. Man, no hard feelings. I do hope you score though. You'll be a happy man when you come back.
there's no
Unbelievable.
there's no interruptions.
And Chuck, I'm sorry, Kahuna and Chuck. I'm gonna get to you guys. Chuck, this is your first time on one of the Let's Talk Games podcast. Like I said, so happy to have you here. What's your thoughts on this? What's your thoughts on the show? Anything you want to say before you jump right in? What's going on?
Well, I was reading a lot of stuff today on like Twitter, Facebook, and all that stuff about how Microsoft's going broke because they sold the console at a loss.
Where'd you read this at?
Oh, this
Right.
is all
What did you
looking
read?
stuff.
I mean, I read stuff as far as them losing money, but I mean, shit.
I
In the
mean,
long run, you know what I'm saying, it'll benefit them because they selling consoles, which means they're gonna sell more software. So
exactly. Uh,
I mean
Well,
that tells you two things. It's either two sides of the story you can take. If a company is willing to sell a console at a loss, either they have the money to lose, which is amazing, or they're desperate. So you
it,
spend that. So you
it's
spend
both.
that. So you
It's both.
no.
They
I
both
don't.
was desperate
Uh,
and they
well,
got the money
well,
to burn.
well. Yeah, they've got money to burn. They've got money to burn. Man, I wouldn't even worry about them going broke
But the thing
uh,
is, what
in the
people
near
don't
future.
understand that the cost to manufacture Xbox Ones doesn't stay the same price the whole console. That shit depreciates fucking like every 6 months. I'm pretty sure. So like it probably doesn't cost them today what it costed last year. You know what I mean?
How much does it cost though? Like,
I
I
believe it costed like 378 to make an
yeah, three
Xbox One.
something.
so how much do they have to pay
Yeah, I think when it broke it down,
Ubisoft?
each one was making like Sony was making $18 a console, and Microsoft was making, I think it was like 20, 27, somewhere around there,
Yeah.
per
But how
console.
much? But how much they got to pay for the games being bundled in there and the gift cards being given away? Like, do they got to like pay that out, or that's just the retailer take a loss on it?
Um,
I don't know how that
that's a
works.
good question. I think honestly, it's probably something that they probably buy out. They probably cut
Hmm.
a check to the participating developers that they have um no, yeah, it's probably a part of the partnership because Assassin's Creed and Call of Duty. Obviously, the Xbox One was the leading platform for those games. So when a part of that being the leading platform, they probably work out some numbers how they get paid and whatnot. So
Right.
that's probably a part of a completely different budget, honestly. Um, but Big Kahuna, man, I can never have you come here and be completely quiet, man. So what is your take on this? Have you been following any of this or?
Yeah, I've been following it, but you know me. I don't give a shit about the numbers. Um, Sony could sell 15 billion. Um,
Hmm.
Microsoft could sell one more console, and that's not gonna keep me from having fun on my system of choice. But there's one thing I would like to elaborate on what you know Big Homie is talking about. You know how they have these Xbox guys who are now jumping on numbers. And,
Hmm.
before they said, we don't care about numbers. We don't care about numbers. Numbers ain't important. Well, one thing you got to understand is the reason why they jumping on numbers isn't because they care about the numbers. It's because that's what the Sony fanboys was doing. So
Preach,
now,
brother.
I
Yeah.
agree.
so now,
Pretty
if
much. Yeah. In a
now,
nutshell.
I'm not saying it happened, but say something happened and Microsoft winds up beating Sony out at the end of this year worldwide, then you're going to see a backlash of Xbox guys coming back on, look at this, we sold this many consoles. And then you're going to see
My video gonna be classic.
something else.
Hey,
Now,
Hey, Kahuna, can I say something? Can I
but
say
hold
something,
up,
Kahuna?
I'm just
say something.
Can I say something, Kahuna?
Just hold up
Look at
1 second. But
All right.
there are those who are going to be hypocrites and really do all of a sudden care about numbers unless
yeah.
they're getting beat out. So go ahead, say what you're going to say.
I mean, right. Far as numbers with me, like no matter how many consoles Sony sell, Microsoft sell, it's not benefiting me about that shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like far as oh this amount of sales, this amount of sales. Like the only thing I say about sales, like if a console is garbage, it's not gonna fucking sell. Period. I don't care what type of games this and that they got. If that console is fucking garbage, it's not gonna sell. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I ever had to say about the PS4 for our sale. You know, because I always say Xbox guys, oh, we have no games. It's fucking trash. If it's trash, why the fuck is it selling? You know what I mean? But far as oh, it's selling this and that and the other, I don't give a fuck about that shit because it's not benefiting me financially. Shit, you know what I mean? Microsoft or
All right.
Sony's not paying my rent, so I can care less what type of profit they make. Like you have guys, when Sony took a loss, like I mean, if you're a true gamer, you don't give a fuck about that shit. It's like I don't give a fuck about Sony as a company. Shit, I don't buy none of their TVs or fan of the PlayStation. You know what I mean? They can set up motherfucker to McDonald's. I'm still gonna be a PlayStation 4 fan. So all that, oh
But
Sony this, and that's the thing they get me with Xbox guys. It's like they fucking and not every Xbox guy, but like the majority of them, they just everything about Microsoft. They praise that shit a fucking health ban. Like use a fucking gamer. Do you really give a fuck about a health ban? You know what I mean? Like get
Yeah.
I
that shit out
understand.
of here.
I
You know what I
understand
Yeah,
mean?
I
what
won't
you're saying,
report no
but
stupid stuff like that, man. That's trash. But go ahead,
But you
though.
have guys in
I
the
can.
Xbox community that brags about shit like that. Oh, they made a profit from this. They made a profit from that. Like, so who gives a fuck? You know what I mean?
I,
About that.
I can understand what you're saying, and there was one thing that you're saying that's kind of true about the whole. You're not gonna be able to sell a console if it's trash. But you also got to look at one thing. Sony isn't just selling off of the fact that their console is a good console. They're selling off of the hype. Because I still, to this
I
day,
disagree.
Okay, you can disagree, but let me finish. Um, I still talk to people who, for some reason, think that there's still DRM with the Xbox One. That I actually talked to a guy who has both systems. He swears up and down that the Xbox One has no games in 720p, not one. He says that the PlayStation, every one of their games is in 1080p, every one of
Wow.
them. This
Wow.
is off of hype. Now, you at this current time, I think, except for Chuck, I don't know, but you are the only one in here that currently owns both systems. I had both systems. I had a PS4 and I had an Xbox One. Now, with
Right.
my videos, what I like isn't necessarily what somebody else would like. Now,
Right.
I sold my PS4. Now, when I sold my PS4, I got a lot of hate. For what? Because I didn't
Exactly.
like
That's your money.
exactly. And it wasn't that I didn't hate the system or dislike the system. I didn't, that whole thing where you hear these Xbox guys say, "Well, PlayStation has no games." That's not what they're really saying. What they're saying is it has no games for them. And that's exactly why I sold my PS4 because it had no
Mhm.
for me. In actuality, it has more games than the Xbox One. But what good does that do me if I don't like it? You know, you got two systems sitting in your house right now. You're gonna
Right.
buy exclusives probably on the X1 Xbox One. You're gonna probably buy your multiplats and exclusives on the PS4. Well, I bought the PS4 for the same reason, to buy exclusives on that and buy my exclusives and my multiplats on the Xbox One. If I don't like the exclusives that they have on the PS4, then guess what? I sell my PS4, and that's what I did. Now, that's not to say I won't get another one when they start getting stuff that I want, but as of right now, I'm not saying to get this, I'm not going to be like you and say, oh, that thing was trash. I'm saying that it just didn't have the games for me. So when you hear a Xbox guy say, PlayStation has no games, they don't mean they
Mhm.
don't have games. They're just saying they don't have any games that
Interest.
I like.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean,
I
but
mean,
my
it
thing
But,
is,
but,
just
hold on, can I just
it.
say something real quick?
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
I have both consoles, and I'm gonna tell you, like, I'm gonna be honest. The only exclusive that I enjoyed, far as both consoles, was Rise, Son of Rome,
Hmm.
Infinite Second Son, and I really
Hmm.
can't say The Last of Us because that was a fucking remaster. It's pretty much the same game on PS 3. But those are the only games I enjoy far as exclusives from both consoles. Other than that, the exclusives has been fucking dog shit trash, like on both consoles. You know what I mean? Like
But,
I'm
but,
not just
but,
calling Xbox exclusives trash, but Sony got some fucking trash exclusives. You know what I'm saying? Like
mhm.
Killzone and fucking that fucking, you know what I'm saying, Drive Club. You know what I'm saying? And Little Big Planet. You know what I mean? Like,
And let me tell you this real quick. It's funny that you said, the only exclusive that I like on Xbox One was Rise because there's a lot of people out there that go, "Oh man, Rise was some trash." That's
Hmm.
my
no, that's
and
bullshit. That
Yeah,
was a
that
good
was a
ass
okay,
good
game.
game.
and that
I
and that's
in that
and
game
that
like
is
6 times.
exactly my point. What somebody else likes is not necessarily what you would like. I
Mhm.
also liked Rise, but there is going to be people who's not going to like it, and you just have to accept that. There's
Mhm.
people who didn't like Sunset
My
Overdrive. You
I was one
yourself
of
You
them.
said
gotta say,
said
yeah,
yeah,
Yeah, I
you
hated
gotta
exactly,
that.
accept that, man. Yeah,
That
exactly. You
my problem with the PS4, and this is just my problem. See, I came up in the days of the PlayStation One, PlayStation Two.
The
I
glory
remember
days.
those times. Yeah, I remember those times when everybody had a PlayStation.
yeah.
Before I had an Xbox, I had a PlayStation. I still
Hmm.
have my PlayStation 2. That's how much I love that console. And my games and all that stuff downstairs. I had showed it in my videos. PlayStation 3 is where it kind of started. Somebody got their TV on.
Yeah.
The PlayStation 3 is where they start to kind of taper off a little bit to where Sony shift from games and taking pride in games to power. You know what I'm saying? And all they've been talking about was power since the launch of the PlayStation 3. And then the same stuff is happening again with the
PR
PlayStation 4.
buzzwords.
You see what I'm saying? It's all these little
Yeah.
catchphrases and stuff like that. And then when you look at their games and the power that they promise, it's always underperforming. You know what I'm saying? And that's my
That's
only gripe
true.
with it.
That's true.
That's my only gripe with
I
Sony
agree
right
with you.
now at the moment. You know what I'm saying? But their style of games and their knack for finding great concepts of games is top dog to is second to none. You know what I'm saying? But it's just the finished product of it now lately. You know what I'm saying? Which is started in the PlayStation 3 and is now on to the PlayStation 4. You know what I'm saying? These games are not what they used to be, man. I mean, it used to be a time when you be on a PlayStation, man, you ain't even want to get off that bad boy. You know what I'm saying? For no circumstances. You know what I'm saying? You be crying, you know, if you had to go to school and all that. You know what I'm saying? You be like, man, I gotta go to school. You was that thirsty to play. Now it's just I don't know, man. It ain't like that no more. You know, with me, the fun factor kind of
Right.
lost out of them games, man, and that's just me. You
Yeah.
know, they taking
Yeah.
away, the fun. Like even with the order, I don't know how that's gonna be. I'm having mixed feelings about that. Even though it's a cool concept, the concept of that game is sick. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting here like, dang, that is nice. But then when you start
Yeah.
looking at how they putting it together,
The execution.
it's starting to kind of, I'm like, come on now, y'all got to leave the control in the gamer's hands, man. Quit all these quick
Right.
time events. Rise had the same issue
Right.
Hmm.
where the quick time events kind of got on your nerves, but the
Yeah. The
story was
story was
so
bomb
dang
though.
on dope. You know what I'm saying? And the
Yeah.
concept of that game was so dang on nice. That's the same
Yeah.
thing that is happening to Sony right now.
You know the thing about Rise that I didn't understand when I was reading and watching people reviews of the game. The thing is, they said that the game is very repetitive. There's no mix-ups and it's just hack and slash. But when I
Hmm.
played through the game, the one thing I noticed, I'm like, wait a minute. They actually put an effort of trying to mix the gameplay style up for you. All right, so the primary, is hack slash block. You know what I mean? But they threw in those the bow and arrow shooting. They threw in
Mm-hmm.
controlling people to attack one side while you attack the other. They
Mm-hmm.
threw in
Right,
the
right,
connect
right.
innovation where you gotta
Right.
yell out fire volley
Mm-hmm.
while you try to
And
fight these
the,
people at
That
the
the
was
same
Connect
hot.
time.
That
integration
was
in that
hot.
game, the
That
Connect
was hot.
integration in that game, Lord,
That was
Lord.
hot.
Yeah. And then you got to throw like the spears if you kept some on you on the deck, and then you got to control your whole line when y'all like blocking off the spears and shit. I'm like, wait a minute. I was like, did they really play through the full game? 'Cause I was like, I thought they
And
did a
really,
good job of balancing it
yeah,
out,
and really, the
But
QTEs was just for the executions.
Yeah,
So
it's
I
just
don't
for
know
but
that.
where I don't know where
which you
that
didn't have
whole
to perform.
I don't know.
But
But
the thing was they took away your ability to, if you mess up an execution, like
Oh, you hit
the
the wrong
sync of
button.
the colors, it is still completed.
Yeah.
That's trash. That's what I'm saying. It kind of kept you on. It was
Mm.
very linear in that way, to
Yeah.
where it kind of kept you on a roll. That's I don't want to do nothing like that. They
Yeah.
should have left it like God of War, where
Yeah.
you had to hit it. If you didn't, you mess up, you mind up getting hit, and you fall, and you got to get back up and start
Yeah.
fighting again and get it all over again. That would have made that game a lot better.
Yeah, I
You know.
figure if
but
they did that, yeah, I figure if you messed up a button, like you know what I mean,
Yeah,
they either hit you with a hill combo that's gonna take a lot of your health to at least
yeah.
challenge you a bit. But when I put on that game, I made sure I played on the hardest difficulty. That's what I wanted to do, and it gave a little bit of a challenge, but it was still a dope game. I played through the game like 2-3 times.
Uh,
Still one of
yeah.
my favorite
the
games.
storyline saved that game though. Real talk,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
But
saved.
And
people say the
another.
game is repetitive. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead, Alex. I was just about to get off of Rise, but if you got something to say about Rise, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying people say the game was repetitive, but like maybe it's just me, but the majority of games I played is fucking repetitive.
Comparative. It
You
is.
know what I'm saying? So
God of War get repetitive.
right,
All these games get repetitive.
right. Grand
It's
Theft
nothing.
Auto,
It
that game of the year
repetitive.
last year, that shit repetitive. You know what I
Heck
mean? So
yeah. It ain't like it's nothing we have not played before.
Yeah,
right.
gotcha.
Nobody did nothing revolutionary in these games nowadays. All the fight mechanics and everything is still the same. But go ahead, Kid Spoon.
Yeah. No, so the one other thing I want to talk about is that I've been watching a lot of people's videos and reactions to the Xbox One. I was telling people like, duh, they gave it away for free and say
No,
stuff like
man.
that. And then other people the first thing I hear is, oh, they didn't win worldwide, and which nobody knows because they haven't released any numbers and stuff like that. But the thing is that I feel like every time the Xbox One, we know it set records on Black Friday. We know it set records this year in November. It outsold what it originally did when it launched this November. I don't know if anybody peeped that. It broke records this November, but the thing is that bothers me is that I feel like every time Xbox One hits a milestone, I feel like the media throws a flag at it and say, oh, but they didn't do this, so we lose like 15 yards. You know what I mean? Now we gotta. All right. So the first thing was getting games at 1080p. Got games at 1080p, and so then it really hampered the things on sales. So now that it has sales, now it's like, oh, you can't just win America, in the UK, though they don't matter no more. You have to win New Zealand and India, where they sell like 79 units a fucking month. You know what I mean? It's like it's shit like that. I'm like, really? Because my theory is, well, people don't understand, the Xbox 360 and the PS3 was pretty much tied right at the end of the life cycle. But guess what happened? In America, there was like 60 million, maybe. I think it was between 50 to 60 million Xbox 360 sold. And compared to the PS3, it blew them out in North America, which is one of the biggest markets. But at the end of the day, when you add up all the countries and stuff, they end up selling about the same amount. So I don't think people are like, it's worldwide better than if Xbox turn around sells, let's say next year, right? They're neck and neck at like, let's say 28 million, between the two, but Microsoft has like 18 million in America, while the rest being spread across worldwide. But and you can include PS4's 28 million, but majority of it is just spread amongst. So I was like, where's the problem? If I'm selling the product, right, and if I get to my goal or achieve over my goal, and it just happens that most of it's coming from one of the biggest markets, I'm gonna take that. You know what I mean? I don't understand why that's a problem with like that. Whatever 10 million Xbox Ones or 11 to 12, maybe now 12 million out there, majority of it, more than half of that shit is right here in North America. So I don't think Microsoft is panicking if they don't win out worldwide. They need to really focus on literally 2 or 3 markets that's making up that revenue or that income that they're getting. And everybody looks at it, PS4 is winning everywhere else, but people don't take the fact that nobody's selling 1 million units in New Zealand. Nobody's selling freaking 100,000 in India. You know what I mean? It's little shit like that. People really focus on North America, Europe, and Japan. Of course, with the exception of UK, I think PlayStation takes all of Europe. But when the numbers add up, it doesn't make it that much of a difference. Right now, they're pretty close worldwide, and then in America, this mere thousands separating them, which is.
But the thing is, Smooth. That's how it always been. PlayStation always outsold them on the rest of the world. You know what I'm saying? North America was the biggest portion of everything. Especially in like Japan and all that. PlayStation had those areas kind of pretty much locked down. They shouldn't be making it about everywhere else when that's how it always been. I just see that everything is starting to even out to where it's just going back to how it always been. The territories that they always did great in, they're going to continue to be successful in those areas. And North America is one of them for Xbox. So that's how I see it.
Hey, can I say something?
Go ahead, bro.
People can go back and forth all they want to. I mean, like I said, it's good for all shits and giggles, but at the end of the day, man, when it's all said and done, at the end of the generation, it's going to be like it was last generation. That shit going to be split even.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, it's going. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm done. Go ahead.
Hey,
okay.
did we
No, I
lose
was just
Chuck?
saying what you were saying.
Yeah,
You
I
said
was
they're
looking
going.
for Chuck. Where is Chuck?
Oh, Chuck, you still here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's you get a word in. I'm sorry, man.
Well, on about that, it's gonna be interesting to see how it does in China. I think doesn't it get there like next month?
Oh, PS4, right? They get there January 11th. But people assuming that once it launches in China, it's going to do big numbers and it's going to have more game stuff. What's going to happen is Sony probably has quite a few games lined up for their China launch, but what's going to happen? That shit's going to get cut in half by a
Yeah.
lot because they have too many sensors over there. So you might see something where only Knack and freaking Holcomb gets launched over there because they're
Yeah,
censored.
a lot of the indies and stuff are gonna be able to be over there. But yeah, they got so many strange rules over there, man. They can't have a lot of stuff
Yeah,
right now.
I think they both gonna fail in China. I mean, because I heard they all PC gamers over there. I can't see nobody going from just, you know what I'm saying, being comfortable with playing a PC going to a fucking console. I just don't see it happening. But
Well,
I could be
China had
wrong, you know what I
consoles
mean?
before. It just wasn't really a huge market before they they kind of they got like the black market over there. You gotta get those shits illegally.
Yeah,
But now that it's there, but the thing
it's
about China,
restricted,
they're gonna be super super expensive there. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
and they're
It's like
restricted.
buying damn near a lower end car over there.
Who's gonna buy
Yeah,
restricted console?
isn't the Xbox One like $800 over there or something like that?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So and I don't know how they do sales. And the thing is, in the government, over there can stop the release of it. They can halt it if they don't make a certain signature at a certain time. That shit could get pushed back a week or two. You know what I mean? And so and then you know how China's relationship with Japan. I don't know, I don't know how it is. So I don't know what they. I mean, I'm pretty sure they'll be able to get it there because China's now is going to do whatever they want to keep money flowing through the country. Being that they own everything, but um, it's going to be interesting to see what happens over there. But Kahuna, did you have anything else or E-Rock? I'm sorry, man. E-Rock, what's up?
Hey, I'm glad. Hey, as always, Kid Smooth. It's good to be back. What was the subject? You talking about all of the hate about Xbox catching up to PlayStation in sales here in North America? Let me tell you, man. The thing is, everybody in the media, we watched it for a whole year. Everybody in the media has just been having a field day, giving Microsoft hell because of things they didn't do or things they planned to do, giving Microsoft hell because of that horrible, horrible E3 2013. And I kept telling people in my blogs, I kept telling people on Facebook, listen, you cannot sit around and harp on sales because sales, she's a fickle ass mistress. Well, E-Rock, what do you mean? Well, let's go back to 2007. Let's go back to 2007 when the Xbox 360 and the PS3 were on top of the world. They were on top of the world. Then all of a sudden, due to personal issues, the red ring of death, the Blu-ray player causing PS3's cost to rise, all of a sudden out of nowhere, the Wii snuck up and surpassed both consoles. Why? Because shows like The View, shows like Oprah put that console over to grandmothers, to soccer moms, to little kids, and in no time, the PS3 and the 360 were in the back seat with no chance of catching up to the Wii. That's what I mean by sales. They're a fickle mistress. Did you people not think IGN, GameSpot, all of the haters, did you not think that at some point Microsoft was going to lower the price? Did you not think that at some time the sales were going to even out? Because this is what happens when you're in a free market society. This is what happens to consumer electronics. To continue thinking that the PS4 was going to have this sales lead for a certain amount of time was just ridiculous. It was only a matter of time before Xbox caught up to them in sales. So now you're seeing everybody complaining about, oh, well, they're not number one worldwide, or they haven't sold more consoles than Alpha Centauri. I'm like, dude, come on, man. Let's be for real. This is a free market society, and this competition is good because now it will push PS4 to do better and to get those games out. Now it will force Phil Spencer to keep bringing in those exclusives, and that's what you want. You did not want a one-legged race or a one-sided ass whooping. GameSpot, IGN, Rev3 Games, all you haters out there, all you guys that want to hate and not participate, you didn't want a one-sided race. You wanted a competitive race. Why? Because now PS4 will get fantastic games. Xbox One will get fantastic games. I don't know what's going to happen to PC or Wii U, but those two consoles, you want to see that fight. You want to see PlayStation get Street Fighter exclusive. You want to see Xbox One get Tomb Raider exclusive. Man, that's what this business is about, and that's how it works.
Um,
Yeah.
I think
I
that's
don't think
bullshit.
Yeah, I don't think.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I don't think Sony. Hold on. I don't think Sony. I mean, I don't think Xbox outsold them worldwide though. I really don't believe.
no, we're not selling
But
that. No, we're not saying that.
Yeah, I just think they did good this month. We still don't have the official numbers for everything, but they did good this month.
But
You
to
know,
all,
and I think
yeah.
everybody got to allow that to just be. You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you.
They had
Thank
something
you.
good. They had something
Right, right.
good to happen. Just allow it to be, man. And those that love that console is going to celebrate and be happy about that. You know, but the reality of the thing is, I don't think they outsold them worldwide. I just don't. Not yet.
Yeah,
Not until I
oh
see
yeah.
numbers. Yeah,
Yeah,
but go ahead.
Iraq, I was saying like the third party shit. I think that's bullshit. Like I think Street Fighter and fucking Tomb Raider should be on all platforms. I think that's bullshit that you got fans of Street Fighter that can't fucking on
No,
the Xbox One that can't fucking play. You know
Gotcha.
what I mean? Or fans on a
no,
PS4 that plays Tomb Raider can't
no,
play. That's bullshit, man.
no,
No,
big homie.
I actually, E-Rock, for the first
You
time, I'm
right.
actually going to agree a little bit with the big homie with this because that
Yeah,
is true.
I agree with him too.
Wait,
There's,
now, Kid Smooth, Kid
yeah,
Smooth.
I
Let,
know, but let me put you on
go
game
ahead.
though.
Yeah.
Is that games, yeah, like Tomb Raider and Street Fighter and stuff like that? It's like these were games that everybody played. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? On
Mm-hmm.
regardless of
Yes.
the console. So it's like still you are kind of forcing the market to do something. And this could be good and it could be bad. The good thing is we did hear Phil Spencer say after the Street Fighter deal that he would make it up to Xbox gamers.
Exactly.
And the thing is, here's the thing. So that means gonna go out and take another used to be
Yes.
platform to play game and
Yes.
bring it all to the
Yes.
Xbox. Is that
Yeah,
Now,
It,
Kid
that's
Smooth.
crazy?
Now,
It
Kid
kind
hey,
of
Smooth.
see,
Where's
I don't agree with
where's
that
the big homie
bullshit
at?
right
I
there.
want to say so. I don't agree with it neither, but I can see why Tomb Raider is there. Just to give another side of it, y'all have Uncharted. That's pretty much Tomb Raider, but just with a dude. You know what I'm saying?
But
They both
but hold on,
similar. They so similar. Let me finish. They
go
both
ahead.
so similar. You know what I'm saying? I could see how they want to compete against each other for a year just to see how they go. I think this is just a test run to see how it goes. Now, if it goes well, that game might consistently stay there, and that's where we need to look at it. You know what I'm saying? Why would this be? Why would they agree to that? You know what I'm saying? They could say that all the mumble jumble and all that little stuff about numbers and promotion and all that other little stuff. But I honestly believe that they're competing with Uncharted to see how that goes. You know what I'm saying? And if it goes well, then they consistently go up against each other every year. But we got to be careful. We really do, because I don't like it.
Right,
Me personally, I think
right.
this is
Cause
great for gaming.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hold on. My thing is, all that money you spending on Tomb Raider and Street Fighter, put that
Mhm.
money in a new IP and give me a new experience. You know what I mean? Like, give me like a something different. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you like spend all that money just for a game that's gonna come to your console anyway? But I don't want it to be on another console. I think that's
Yeah.
bullshit.
And both of those games are actually, you would say,
Yeah,
declining games. Like
exactly.
declining, like you know what I mean. They're being outshadowed by newer games. You know what I mean. Both those games were like in their prime once upon a time. Not to say that Tomb Raider is bad, or it just honestly is as it's not doesn't share that same market share that it once did. Back in the day,
That last Tomb
late
Raider was
'90s,
dope.
early 2000s, and stuff like that. So even the last one was pretty dope. It's probably was the best one sent in a while. You
I
know what I
mean,
mean?
whew.
Oh, last one was great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
Oh
me.
my God, I'm playing it
Right,
yeah,
now. It's
Fast
unbelievable.
Tomb Raider.
me
yeah.
personally.
But the thing
Me.
is it's because it did well. It did good underground. Like you know what I mean. It was one of those shit. Like it was the best game you didn't have. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so now it's more than likely going to sell more based on because of the results and stuff of the last game and everything. But like yeah, they both went after games that kind of it still have like their nostalgia moment, but they were on the decline of like all right, these games are on the back burner. Let's start bringing in some new IPs. But like I said, it can be good and it can be bad because it is showing competition. But I can see some games that we used to be able to get on both consoles, like staying on one on just for the money. You know what I mean? And You know what I mean? It can be bad. If you're a multi-console owner, it's no problem to you. But if you're one of those dudes that can only afford one console, you're stuck left to choose between the one
No,
due to a
no,
handful of
no,
games.
Kid
Yeah,
Smooth. This is
yeah,
this
that's
is
my problem.
inevitable, Kid Smooth. This is inevitable. And please let me answer the big homie's question. Can I
Sure.
believe my eyes? Is that you, big homie?
Yes, this is me.
Well, let
Holler
me
at me.
answer. Let me answer your question, my Xbox hating, resolution debating, greatness awaiting friend. Let me answer your question. The reason why these games are exclusive is because if all of these games were on the Wii U, the Xbox One, the PS4, what would be the reason to buy these consoles? You have to have exclusive content on your
That's what
console.
your first party studios are for.
Now I understand there's a little bit of saltiness from the Xbox fans about Street Fighter. There's a little bit of hella saltiness from the ponies about Tomb Raider. But let me explain.
Do
Recent
you?
history has shown us back in the day with the PlayStation. The PlayStation, they basically cornered the market on getting third-party games to be exclusive. They did it with Tomb Raider, getting Tomb Raider off of the Sega Saturn. They did it with a lot of games, Grand Theft Auto, Final Fantasy. That was a hurt piece. Now, a lot of you guys are kind of young. A lot of you guys are, I don't know, under 27, under 30. But I remember when Final Fantasy, that was only on Nintendo. Sony took Final Fantasy from
They didn't take
Nintendo,
it.
and the biggest coup that they,
They didn't take it.
they had a lot of help in getting it, but it
Of
became
course, they was the more popular
it,
system, so they
it
got it.
became a PlayStation exclusive. And gentlemen, that's how you play the game if you want to win. They
Yeah.
made people want to buy PlayStations. They crushed their competition. Ironically, the competition that Nintendo helped create, but that's another story. But I mean, that's the name of the game, guys. Exclusives. We're going to get used to that, or become multi-console owners. We're going to get
So,
used to that.
so what's
You
the
know,
purpose
I
of having
think
first party studios then? Like, what's the purpose?
What's
Yeah.
that?
What's the purpose of having a fucking first party studio then? Like, don't
You
have no first party studio, just about fucking third
well,
parties.
no, you
That's what
have
you saying?
you have your first party studios for your Gods of Wars, your Uncharted's, your Halos,
Man,
your
you
Rise
sound
Son of
14
Rome's.
karat crazy, dog, but go
But what's
ahead.
that? Well, I wouldn't
You
expect you
sound
to
14
understand.
karat
I
crazy, but go
wouldn't
ahead.
expect you to understand my mad pony disease having friend, but I'm trying to explain to you the need for these
Bullshit.
consoles to have exclusives. They need exclusives.
You sound like one of them crazy Xbox fanboys, for real.
Well, I've never denied that, but I'm trying to answer your question, my friend. We need to have exclusives on
Let
these
me
consoles.
let me interfere this and just let the people that's watching, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them in the comment section if you want us to talk about. Um, Also, and before I do, there's this hashtag that you see in the title. It's called hashtag iDarp. I might be
oh
saying this
yeah.
wrong, but there's this developer, and this is an indie game. And you guys hear me complain about 8-bit indie games all the
No,
time.
not Xbox guys playing indies. I don't believe that.
Yeah. But
Oh
no,
boy.
this guy he made a game
No.
for the IDI. He's from the IDI Xbox program. He was able to he put out this game that's just completely dope, and I dismissed the game once I seen the trailer because it was 8-bit, and then actually it was actually Crap Gamer, and it was like, yeah, said like this is like a pretty good game, and I'll take another look at the trailer, and managed to reach out to the guy that made the game on Twitter, and he hooked me up with
Free
a
code.
code for the
Nice.
game, and this
Nice.
game is so addicting. It's like an extreme sports game, and I will be putting out a review sometime tomorrow if I don't do it tonight. And this game, man, you can literally have the old school Mario, like the NES Mario, like and use that character. You can create your own. You can create somebody like Patrick or SpongeBob, where I created my own dude with an Xbox shirt and everything. But these like 8-bit characters. But the game is addicting. It's fun. It comes out in February, but we were, some of us was fortunate to get it as early as today.
Man,
And I'm gonna give a shout out to the
Xbox.
creator of the game. He can be found on Twitter, and his name is. Let me just go to my notifications. Where you at? Where are you at?
Micah.
Yeah,
Micah.
Micah. And he's a game developer. He made the game hashtag iDarp or hashtag IDARB. And yeah, you can find him on Twitter, and if you see hashtag IDARP trending is that game, and you might find some people streaming it. If you see it being streamed, take a look at it, check it out. It's a good game coming in February. I'm not sure if it's going to be free or if it's going to cost, but he is handing out some codes. But the game is it's a good game, especially for it being an 8-bit, being an indie. I am lighting it up on my my disinterest towards indies and some of the 8-bit titles. You know what I mean? But
It's
this
only
game
Sounds like a good game.
so far.
is
I'm gonna tell you.
a
So
good
far with
game.
the
Can I say
indies,
something?
it's only
Can I
been
say
one
something?
indie. Go ahead, bro.
Indies are only good on Xbox. If they're on PlayStation, they garbage, they trash.
Uh-oh.
You know what I'm
Uh-oh.
saying? But if
Can
they're
I
on
say
Come
something?
on,
Xbox,
bro.
Can
You didn't
I
even let
say
me
something?
finish. Yeah, hold
Can
on. You
I
didn't even
say?
let me finish, bro. Hey, I was sitting there. Only indie I like that I played so far on any, I don't care what it is, that I saw and played so far was Guacamelee.
Yo, you
Other
like
than
that
that, I
game?
ain't even care. I like that game.
That game
You know
ass,
what I'm
man. I
saying?
hated that game.
I see, and each people like different things. It just brought me back to the NES days. But I didn't care for a lot of the indies. All the rest of the indies, I think was just god awful.
I
You
hate
know what I'm
them.
saying? But
I
So
hate fucking
far,
indies.
the
I
best
hate them.
indie game I've played. Max Curse of the Brotherhood is not considered an indie, is it?
Yes, it is.
All
yes, it
right,
is.
so
That was
I like
pretty
Max
good.
Brotherhood
actually,
too.
a game better than Max that I find was the game Never Alone. That's on both Xbox and PS4.
Man, all them indies is
I'm
garbage.
good.
Rezo Gun, fucking that shit.
Damn.
That's all that
What
shit.
are you talking about? You mean Defender? Because that's what Rezo Gun is. Defender.
Defender, Defender, Resogun, that fucking Outlast, all that shit is
Big
fucking
homie, you
trash.
a
But but
pony and you dissing indies?
but anyway,
Hold
ho-
on, see, that's a theory I got fucked
He's
up.
a
All
he's an
fucking PlayStation
HD pony
owners.
remastered.
hold up. I like to say something about the whole indie thing. Once again, y'all getting that whole indie thing wrong. We
Yeah,
don't hate indie games. But like I said before, when I got my
should
PlayStation,
be the
I
main
bought
thing.
that for exclusives, triple
Mm-hmm.
A exclusives.
Right.
Here, here.
I didn't like the triple A exclusives. I didn't
I
buy
agree
that.
with you.
I didn't buy that motherfucker just to play fucking indie games.
I
Four
proved
hundred
it.
dollars for indie games, and you
Hmm.
bragging about 50% more power than another console. No, no, sir. There's nothing wrong with indie games. I'm putting it out there now, and I'm an Xbox dude. Nothing wrong with indie games, but I'm not gonna go drop a whole shitload of money
To
to
play
get
Pac-Man.
exactly. That's not
Ain't happening, bro.
Yeah,
you gotta
but
have you gotta
but
have
but
you gotta
Kahuna,
have some triple A exclusives with that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I can respect that
And
because
not a
you're an
sprinkle
Xbox
neither.
dude. No, I'm saying Kahuna hit Xbox dude, so he play all his games on the Xbox just like I play all my games on the PlayStation. I fuck with the fucking exclusives on the Xbox One. I play some third parties on that, but primarily, you know what I'm saying, I'm gaming on my fucking PS4. You know what I mean? That's
Hmm.
just what it is
Stop
with me. You
lying. I
know what I
seen you on
mean?
Xbox Live today. All in the friends list,
Yeah.
Busted.
watching TV,
Busted.
watching Netflix, avoiding me in
Busted.
NBA Live. That's
Oh my god.
And you know what? I also put this out
That-
there. What's that indie game that they had that was on the PlayStation? I downloaded it. I hated it. I talked shit about that game.
Man,
It was on
Warframe.
they got so
Resogun?
many.
Warframe. That's it.
They got so many of them
Warframe,
motherfuckers.
Warframe,
Warframe.
Warframe.
I
Yeah,
talked
Garbage.
I talked hella shit about Warframe. Now there's a lot of Xbox dudes that didn't
I
have a
like
PlayStation 4 that
I
talk
like the
shit about
Warframe.
that game. Yeah,
Oh, Warframe
That's
but
not an
here.
indie. That's not
okay,
an indie.
okay.
That's a free to play.
Yeah, that's a free to
No.
play. But there was a lot of guys who was on the Xbox that didn't have a PlayStation that talked
hmm
hella shit about that game. And then when
Hmm.
it came out, what did they do? They downloaded it and was
Yeah.
like, "Oh man, this game is awesome." Did
Full
I
price.
download it? Hell no, because it was shit on the PlayStation. I wasn't going to download the shit on the Xbox.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I mean,
Yep. I hear
honestly,
you.
I did download Warframe, and that's just honestly it's been sitting on my sitting literally on my dashboard, and that shit it actually came out during the dry months too.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean,
I
that's just
like
been
to say, I like to just put out one more thing.
yeah.
The
Go ahead.
whole thing of me saying it was shit, that's my opinion. Because when people usually say this game is shit and that game is shit, they're making it like it's a fact and not their opinion. That's my opinion that the game was shit. I realize that there are people that love that game. Just
Yeah,
Yeah, I
me.
that's
liked
true.
it. I
We'll
liked
Yeah.
the
see.
game.
You
I played
express
it
your
all
beliefs.
the
If you think it's
time.
shit, it's shit. Don't you
Cause,
tell it like it is.
right, cause I mean,
but you
Don't
still
hold
my
back.
right, cause that's just like Sun Shit Overdrive. I thought that was
Man,
the
if you call that
shittiest
shit
game
some shit
ever.
Oh my
overdrive,
god, that was
Daniel, I'm
great.
reporting your Xbox, nigga. I'm gonna go on Xbox Live and report your ass.
He gonna
No,
Man,
for real.
Sunset
he
is
gonna be
a
banned.
fun game.
He gonna be banned from Xbox Live. They gonna come out here and do a
but
video like this is an
but
outrage. Screw
that
Microsoft.
Dude, UX twats.
This daggone
but nah,
twat.
that shit was horrible. It's like you gotta skate on clotheslines and power lines.
Oh,
Like,
here you
man,
go.
That's
fuck
Oh
fun,
that
my
bro.
shit.
god.
Here you
That
go.
is fun.
You
I'm
just
gonna
you just
report
did.
the big homie the Lizard Squad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Get offline.
Yo,
that
speaking
is
of
sick.
lizard, I can't believe Sad is on a date. Are you serious?
Yeah.
I
Yo, is
did
that
not.
shit true?
I
That them
did.
dudes was like kids that was doing that shit like in middle school and all that shit?
Nah, I doubt it, because one of the dudes that got arrested was kind of like probably around like our age, like between like look
Oh,
like mid late 20s. One of the dudes that they showed
oh,
that got a had a picture of. I think he went to one of the colleges, if I'm not mistaken. Oh yeah. Sad Man's on a date. Like hopefully he gets some vagina
Sad
tonight.
is on a
not
date.
Yeah.
happening. Not happening.
Kid
Yo,
smooth. Kid
you know,
smooth.
no. Since
Kid.
we learned
He
that
definitely
Kid.
Sad,
need some.
Wait,
He
kid.
definitely need a little bit of tears.
Kid. He
Real.
told. Kid. He actually told
He
me he
is
was on a
high
date.
strong.
is
Oh
it?
boy, that boy got some built
he,
up.
he says he's gonna be out with a friend, and the only thing that can make him keep him
Oh
from
no
talking
no
shit
no.
Oh
about
shit.
Yeah.
consoles.
Hey.
See you left that information out, bro.
Right.
Hold on. You said a friend.
Yeah,
Come on now, dog.
a
Come
friend.
on now.
Hey,
How
A
kid.
you get
friend.
Kid.
girl? How you get girl out of be out with a
Kid.
friend? Come on
Kid.
now.
Oh
Because
shit.
Kid.
A friend might have a mustache.
Hey, kid. Where you at, kid? Kid.
He got a hard ankle with him, boy.
Hey, kid. I didn't know Radio Shack was open this late.
I got a
That's a
question
hell of a thing.
for y'all dudes, man. Matter of fact,
That's a
I
hell
got
of
a
a
question
thing.
for y'all dudes.
What's
Go
up?
ahead,
I got a
bro.
what the fuck obsession y'all got with Phil Spencer, man? Y'all praise this dude like he's
Oh,
like
Phil
the
There ain't no
Spencer's all that.
section.
second
Oh,
Yo,
coming,
Phil
man.
Spencer is like our Fonzie. Hey.
I tell you what's our obsession because what's the other dickhead Matrick? He
Don
was a
Metric.
Don
dickhead.
Metric,
That's
yeah.
why
They was in the
I
same
think
camp
the
though.
thing,
Like
the,
they
they
the,
might have
had the
been.
same
They was
ideas.
in the
the
same
thing is,
camp, but
I'm gonna tell you what the difference. He actually played games,
Mm-hmm.
and you can tell he actually played games. We never had a person like Phil Spencer that
Mm-hmm.
actually plays games.
Preach.
Run the head of to be the head of the Xbox community. It's
Never.
always been suits. So the big knock on Xbox was, you always have these suits. They're always about their money. They're always about this, that, and the third. But when you put a person that actually is a gamer, that actually plays games, you know what I'm saying, and is out here, giving it from a gamer's perspective, and also can appear to the business side,
Mm-hmm.
that makes every side happy. So that's
Mhm.
that's
But
it's not like a big old strange love affection. It's just we're just excited
but
about having a person like that running
but but
the
do y'all
department, man.
really? But do y'all really think he gives a fuck about y'all as gamers?
No,
Like
of
really?
course not. Of
come
course
on.
Oh,
not.
okay. All right.
You know,
Come on now,
All
though.
right.
But the thing is, he's a gamer. You get that sense that he is a gamer. You know what I'm saying? That he plays games. And not only that, the openness that we have with him, where we can talk to him, he'll
Tell it.
respond back to us on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? He'll actually invite you to parties to game with him. You know what I'm saying? This, that, and the third. And, he actually listens to the community as a whole. He did a podcast with a YouTuber. You know what I'm saying? Didn't have to go out his way and do that. You don't see Yoshida, nobody doing that trash. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
but
But
if Phil Spencer, like if Microsoft would have been in a position that they in, like you know what I'm saying, like trailing behind PlayStation, I don't think you'll be saying none of that. I think he doing all this to,
I,
you know what I'm saying.
the
But
thing is, we would have
that's
still
just my
had Don
opinion though.
Matrix. Listen, what I'm saying. If we'd have still had Don Matrix, I agree with you. But a different head brings different things. You see what I'm saying? He is
Mm-hmm.
different from what we used to know, and I think a lot of people don't realize when you look at Xbox now, it changed with a new
Yeah.
head. Everything changes because they got a new vision. They got a new way they want to take things, and the way he's taking it, and the
Yo.
steps that he made,
But they
is
don't have a
awesome.
choice. But they don't
So,
have a choice but to
so
go a
but
You
different direction
saying
though.
everybody has a choice, bro. You know what I'm
Showstopper.
saying? I can
It,
choose to do. Hold on, let me finish this.
Yeah.
Everybody has a choice. He don't. It can't nothing force you not to do something that you don't want to do. You know what I'm saying? It's a good thing that he did. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? From a business standpoint, but he don't have to do anything. None
Hell
of
to
us.
the no. Hell
You see
to
what
the
I'm saying?
no.
I
He
mean, they
has to
could have
do it.
stayed away. Not necessary.
Yeah,
No,
but
no, he didn't.
hold on, hold on,
You know
hold
what I mean?
on. Let's be honest. If they would have stayed the way they was, you know what I'm saying, they would be so fucking far behind it wouldn't even be funny. So
Possibly. That's
they
what I'm
had no
saying.
choice but
That's
to hold
that's
on.
possibly
They had
true.
no choice but to drop the connect and do. Oh, we for
they
the gamers.
That's
Oh,
what I'm
they
we
saying.
care
That
about
is
y'all.
true.
We want your
That
What?
opinion.
Well, no,
right. That is
that's Sony
true.
saying we are for the gamers.
Listen,
That's
what I'm
Sony
saying. Listen, what
saying.
I'm saying. That is true. Listen, I want you to hear me. That is true. But I'm sitting here saying they also had a choice not to. We can't sit here and say they had to. They had also an option not to.
Yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
Nobody don't
show
have to do anything. But
right,
the
show
thing
stuff.
is what I'm saying though. The thing is what I'm saying, because I'm agreeing with you. The thing is what I'm saying is at the end of the day they went with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
They
right.
saw an avenue. They stripped the whole console all the way down. When we got that box, whoever was a day one adopter, we know that console was buggy, trash. We
Featureless.
went through the whole everything because it was
Both consoles
stripped bare
was.
down. Because it
Yeah,
was
both
stripped
consoles
bare
was.
down because what it should have been, we didn't get that. They had to strip all that stuff out. And
Hey,
then now we got a newer console and we kind of shaping the Xbox as it goes.
yeah,
And it's
showstopper.
pretty
Hey,
smooth.
hey, show.
Hmm?
Let me ask you this, bro. When is the last time that you, as a consumer here in the United States, seen a company that responds to tweets, that responds to your questions saying, listen, we don't like this. We want this changed. We need an update to the Blu-ray player. We would like to have this. We would like to have invisible tiles. Can you get this? Can you do that? And he
Hmm.
acquiesces. He says, yes, I'll do it. Apple don't do that. Apple be like, look, take this 22 gigabyte download and like it.
Can I say
Yeah.
something, Rock?
Microsoft has changed according to what their audience needed. And yes,
They
some of that
kissing
was because of
ass.
Sony. Oh my
They
God,
kissing
big
ass. That's why
big
Oh
they.
pony,
man.
stop.
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you, if this was Sony
oh,
doing the exact same thing,
It's the
we
greatest.
would not be having this conversation.
Hold on, hold on,
They're for the
hold on.
gamers.
I'll say that, bro.
Let me
We
explain
would not be
something.
having this
Greatness
conversation,
away.
bro.
Hold on, let me explain something real
Hey,
quick.
hey, show,
Sony,
don't
hold
hold
on,
back now, showstopper.
hold
Oh
on. Let me
no.
explain something. Not only Microsoft full of shit, but Sony is also full of shit. Both
What?
companies are full of shit.
That's
Yes,
coming from
both companies
you.
are full of shit. Yes, both companies are
So
full of
they
shit.
shouldn't improve their
But
products.
But the thing that kills me with like the not all, but the majority of Xbox guys, they oh Microsoft, they this and they that. No,
They,
don't. Neither company gives a fuck about you. All they care about is that fucking bottom line and that's your fucking wallet. That's
And
it. They gonna do
that's
whatever
what
they
any company
can.
should care
hey,
about, though, bro. At
big
the end of the
homie.
Exactly.
day, if you
Go
had a
Yeah,
ahead.
business, you care about that too.
Yeah,
So you're
but
gonna do what you have to do to sell whatever you have to sell
but
to get people
let's
to buy whatever you have to buy.
yeah
But the thing
yeah
is, I
big
think
homie.
what we are sitting here saying, you looking at it too in depth. What we are sitting here saying, it's just nice to have somebody running the Xbox division.
that listens.
You know what I'm saying? That listens. You know what I'm saying? Not to say he's gonna take all our ideas, but he takes time out to respond. He's in the community, regardless of why he's there. He's there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look at the whole Xbox Pro preview program. You
yeah.
know
I'm
what
in
I'm
that
saying?
program.
That's a
You
beautiful
made that
thing.
pro. It's a beautiful thing, man, because you can write to them, you can tell them different little things that before our updates come out, we don't really have too many problems when it comes out. Our
Yeah,
updates come out
but the
because
thing
they already being tested.
Tested it.
You know what I'm saying? And
showstopper.
that's a good thing.
They
Go ahead,
got to
bro.
give you them updates because they got to give you them updates because they fucking doing the 180 like it was set up as one way. Now they got to fucking do a 180. So of course they're gonna give you update after update. It's not that they doing you a favor.
Hey,
It's that
big
they
homie.
gotta do this. You know what I'm saying? In order to get the shit right. You know what I mean?
Big,
That's all I'm saying. Go
hey,
go ahead, Cohen.
really, what you're saying is kind of true, but not true because actually the Xbox really was supposed to come out this year, not
Yeah.
when it came out. It only came. They forced it out because PlayStation was coming out
And that
first.
was smart for Microsoft to do.
Yeah, I'm not saying it wasn't, but all these updates that we're getting, most of these updates that we was getting is shit that would have been in the box when we got the box
Got it
on
day
day of
one.
release.
Day one.
Now, some
Right.
of the other stuff, as Show was saying, is being molded by the consumer. Now, I don't know. There might be some dumb motherfuckers out there who actually believes that Microsoft loves us and cares about us. But I can tell you
Right.
right now, the guys that's on here with you that like Xbox, we know that this is just a business, and all they want to
Right.
do, just like Sony, is separate the money from our pockets out of our pockets. We know
Exactly.
Yeah.
do.
Yeah,
All right.
let's not damn the guy for being here. It ain't like you tweet your sheeter and be like, "Are we going to get that free copy of
No,
Drive Club?" No, no,
They can keep
no.
that shit. Please keep that shit.
no.
Don't give that shit away. Take that shit
It's
off the market.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny,
I
man.
I already talked about Drive Club. I remember I was having this conversation with I was in the discussion, aka the debate, when I was trying to explain, about the free version of Drive Club. Like, why in the hell you already sold the broken version? Now you want to cater to the free version? Oh, we don't want to release it until it's fixed, but you done sold
Exactly.
everybody the broken version. I think that's criminal. That's criminal. But I am looking at the comments. Zobi said he had a question, but he didn't put the question there. I just want to get to some of the people saying there was a small what's the word I'm looking for? What's the shit where you go to change.org for?
Oh yeah, yeah, that
Petition.
little petition. Yeah.
Petition to get American a la carte in the podcast and replace Sad Me and Dan. Unfortunately, I got
You're
to it
joking.
too late, but I probably wouldn't have had American a la carte in here because American a la carte, you see him in the comments, but when he's in the podcast, he's never
frees up,
as
man.
active. He's like
Frees
Mr.
up.
Free. Like,
Yes, man.
You know
That
what?
dude
I,
frees
I,
up big
It
time.
is cold feet.
I would say this. I'll say this.
He can talk from a distance, man, but when that pressure in his face, boy, that boy buckled.
yeah.
Do y'all
Shout
know
out
what
to
this
American
podcast
a
is
la
about?
carte, though. You know what I mean? Like he's always there. He's always watching. You know what I mean? He was gonna say something to piss
You
you
don't get
off,
on a
but
few of them, man. My man T-Tech gay, that boy is slacking.
shellacked.
He whipped that boy back. That PT coon.
A la carte, a la carte. Don't be in the comments cooning.
Hey, watch that now.
I know. We had to flip it back on him. You know what I'm saying? Little PC coon.
Yeah,
Listen,
man.
if you gonna come on this podcast, you gotta do like Big Homie do, and
Better
you
talk,
gotta
bro.
bring it. You gotta bring it. You gotta
Better
talk.
bring it.
You can't sit in the corner and be scared, man. Because like Kid Smooth told me when we first started this thing, this is the only podcast on YouTube that dares to expose Sony and their ponies as phonies. So when you come on this podcast, you better bring it. Don't you sit in the corner and hide.
It's a beautiful corner, though.
Yeah.
He's running crazy,
hold on,
man.
Come on now. Come on.
Showstopper. Hold on, this question's for Showstopper.
Go ahead, bro.
What the fuck is a goddamn point? Like, what they gotta do with a fucking like console and been a fucking game?
You know, I always tell her, but I ain't make up the word. I made up hood flickers. You know what I'm
Yeah, he
saying?
did the
But
hood
Full shavings.
pony, yeah, hood shavings. Pony, to me, my definition of what a pony is a person that
A
it's a
fanboy.
baby. You know what I'm saying? It's a baby horse, man, a dumb baby horse, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna be real, man. It's just a people that's dumb, man. It's a dumb baby horse, bro. You know what I'm saying? They don't know no better. They're a little baby. You know what I'm saying? They need guidance,
It's an
and
outrage.
you know they just fall for anything because you know when you're a baby, you're just a sponge and you just
Right,
soak
'cause-
in everything and react off of it. But
Right, I
that's
don't
just
take-
my definition.
Right, I don't take none of that shit personal. That shit's funny. to
Yeah,
me.
it's just talking points. It's funny, you know.
it's
But
comedy.
hood clickers, you know what I'm saying? It's those that applaud everything Sony does.
Okay.
They click hooves, bro.
Yo,
You hear me use that a lot. You know what I'm saying?
but I do want to touch up on one thing. You know what I mean? Not to stir anything up. For those who watched last week's show, towards the end we know we had a little issue. You know, some names were said, some shots were fired, and I just wanted to let everybody know this podcast isn't what that is supposed to, that doesn't
No.
happen really on this podcast. It's not really for like, you know, calling people out who's not here to defend themselves. So just for those who's like watching, like if I'm American a la carte, if I'm saying your name, I'm saying your name because I know you're in the comments. You know what I mean? And I'm going to we're going to end up going at it someday. Like I mean, if I say your name, I know you're watching. So for those who was wondering and asking me if I had a problem, I don't have a problem with Next Gen or Crap Gamer. Shout out to Crap Gamer for he actually was the one who got me to get the iDart game from the developer. He was able to tag him, I think, in Twitter. And Next Gen for doing the live stream with me. It was just the event last week, which is a little bit unfortunate. And what I have to say is about like the YouTube community and stuff like that. You know, everyone is their own man. So how I always looked at it is that if I don't like your content, I don't have to watch it. So we're all content creators, and I respect everybody in the community as a content creator. You know what I mean? I don't feel like I understood what was being said because everybody didn't want some people don't want to be associated with some other people, and that's understandable, you know, and how everybody wants to, like, if I become some big head in the future and everybody thinks because I, you know, debated, you know, Blockbuster Critic, I'm like a dumbass. So if I blow up in 6 months, right, and everybody who's an Xbox fan were like, oh, you probably listen to Kids Movie and you get made fun of because I just I'm popular and I play Xbox. You know what I mean? It was that that association, but there's no issue between, you know, none of us. Like Showstopper is my big brother, you know. Next Gen cool dude, always looking to get up with him, and Crap Gamer looked out for me by putting my review on his channel. So I just wanted to clear that out and just to point out, you know, I don't really do like the whole shots and stuff like that on this podcast. You guys know I don't really go after anyone on my channel. I don't have any personal, even if I don't particularly like a person, I don't feel the need to go out of my way, you know, to mention anything to them. But I just wanted to clear that up because I know I got a lot of feedback from last week, and I was like, yeah, it wasn't supposed to go down like that. But
you shouldn't have gotten any feedback because Kids Move ain't about that. But you know, the thing that makes this podcast great is there is a PS4 guy in here, there is a PC guy in here, there is an Xbox guy in here, there's a Wii U guy in here, and it's live without a net. And if anything, if you're an Xbox guy, you should be supporting our Xbox YouTubers. They speak for the community, and I tell folks all the time, man, don't hate, participate. Support these guys, man.
Can I just say something real quick?
Go ahead, and I'll go ahead.
Or can I say something?
Go ahead, man.
If you order shit, you gotta eat it. You know what I'm saying? What I mean by that, if you put out negativity, you can't get mad when negativity comes back in your face. You know what I mean? That's just if you put out bullshit, you gotta eat it. You know what I mean? So sometimes people may say something. It ain't that okay. I'm gonna make it my attention to say something. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, depending on the situation, it comes out like that. But you know what I'm saying? That's just like if I had a YouTube channel. If I'm putting out negative energy, if it comes back to me, I can't fucking get offended by that because you know what I'm saying? I'm the reason why that's happening because I'm constantly putting out negative content. You know what I mean? So I mean, my thing is if you're gonna put out bullshit, you can't get sensitive or why this person said my name or that person said my name. No, you know what I'm saying? You order shit, you gotta eat it. But you know what I'm saying? That's all I gotta say on that. Like that.
I'm gonna say this. I just think at the end of the day, people forgot what YouTube was. YouTube became so much about this dang on console war that people are all in their dang on feelings that you can't really say things, you know, in a humorous way or in any kind of way without people getting so sensitive about what's being said or how you say it or, you know, the energy you put behind it or whatever the case may be. You know, YouTube used to be a place where you can come, you got your own channel, and you're given a YouTube personality. You know, how you portray yourself in your videos is just for pure entertainment. It's people that like it, it's people that don't like it. You know what I'm saying? And that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, what it gets people talking and communicating. You know what I'm saying? Because it's that dang on wow factor. Like, can you believe what he said? And then here they come. You got people that understand it. You got people that don't understand it because we all different. You know what I'm saying? We all like different things. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that people forgot what YouTube personalities was all about. You know what I'm saying? It's for sure pure entertainment. You know what I'm saying? You got to entertain your audience. You can't just get up here and talk and just go from your little article and read it straight
Thank
down the line and
you.
sit there saying all this little trash. You
Thank
give your
you.
opinion and you put your own spin on it. That's how you be successful. You
Thank
know what
you.
I'm saying? I did this, you know what I'm saying? What I do YouTube for, I do it for just, have fun. I'm here to have fun. We're talking about video games.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the dang on day, it's about video games. That's not warranted of any type of backlash because at the end of the day, it's video games.
Hmm.
And I think people just forgot how to have fun because of this simple console war. You know what I'm saying? And because it's a console war, everybody feel in battle mode. And that's how you know if something somebody say offends you that bad, you are too deep and you need to take a break. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no way nothing
Yeah.
should affect you that dang on bad over somebody else's opinion or how they see anything. You know what I'm saying? You can agree with it, you can disagree with it, but at the end of the day, that's that man's opinion. That's how that man feel, and you got to respect it, or just don't go there and hear it anymore. It's people on YouTube that I like. It's people on YouTube that I don't like. It's people on YouTube I'm gonna support. It's people on YouTube I'm not gonna support. But you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna put myself through coming all out here being all sensitive, spreading my feelings and
Hmm.
crying over what some dude say. That's wasted energy to me. You know what I'm saying? I just think everybody need to grow up. This is video games. We are here to have fun. We are here to talk about video games. And YouTubers are just personalities. We're gonna give our thoughts and put our spin on it to give you that wow factor. It's entertaining. You know what I'm saying? I like Brodio. Brodio is very entertaining. You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah.
dude hilarious is all giddy up. You know what I'm saying? Kid Smooth is very entertaining. Because he puts a lot into it. Do you? And another thing, y'all don't understand. We can't sit here and give y'all a 30-minute conversation. We condense a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just like texting. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? It's just like texting. I could sit here and have 1,000 things that I want to say, and I might leave out a bunch because I got to shorten it to keep it under a certain amount of time
Hmm.
because you can't put everything in it. You just can't. You're gonna leave something out. You know what I'm saying? Especially in a 5-minute video because that's what everybody shoot for. Because if you
Well
make it
put.
any longer than that, nobody gonna watch it anyway. You know what I'm
Well
saying?
put.
So if you
Hell
keep it in
no.
5 minutes, you keep it under 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? You got their attention. You got to hit it and go. You got to get to the main points, give your opinion, and hit it and go.
Right.
And I think a lot of people get butt hurt over some of the stupidest stuff on YouTube, and it's unnecessary because at the end of the day, we all content creators. We all
Yeah.
YouTube personalities, and that's all I'm gonna say on it, man.
Yeah.
Well
You know,
put.
good input, Showstopper. The one thing I always wondered, right, and I had to sit there and think about it, and I was like, I can't be mad anymore. And like, Showstopper, you're probably out of the out of the trio of you guys. You know what I mean? You get, I think you just get hate by association, even though you're probably the most liked. And
Yeah.
the thing I noticed is that wow, people will go in groups and different YouTube videos in the comment section and display all this hate
They all should
about one
die,
of you
all
guys,
three of them.
but the minute one of you guys drop a video, they're the first one to
First
watch
one
it.
to watch it.
I'm like, whoa, damn. I was like,
You
you
know
even
why?
like.
Because it's entertaining. It's entertaining, man. It's a YouTube personality. It's just that thing of where you talking and you having fun. People see I'm having fun. I have fun. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just pure comedy, man. That's how I am on a regular. If you go out hanging with me, I'm turned up like that. You know what I'm saying? But that's just my personality. I'm gonna find something. We can be out. Somebody can be wearing something wrong,
And
and
it's
I'm gonna
on.
go ahead and snap on them. You know what I'm saying? It's on from there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't letting up on them. You know what I'm saying? But everybody be rolling too. But it is what it is, man. I just think we forget that, man. We so sensitive over this thing on console war that we attack each other and we so in battle mode that we got to take a break and realize just we talking about video games at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's
It's
not life.
yeah.
Not life. No, it's not life, man. I got a life after here. I got 2 kids. You know what I'm saying? A wife, and I enjoy life, man. But when I come here, I'm just here to have fun, to
Yeah.
escape, and,
Yes.
and do some other little things that's different than gaming
Mm-hmm.
and everything else. And you just talk your talk. You know what I'm saying? Talk that talk. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
yes,
Let it go. You know
yeah,
what? That's what I believe,
yes.
man. Go ahead. It ain't that serious.
Yeah, so yeah, so you guys, you heard it, you heard it first, you heard it clear, you know what I mean? Sit down. So next time you watch one of these YouTube videos, sit down, relax. But
Relax.
honestly, sometimes the hate is appreciated.
It
So
is.
it
And
gives
I
Big
enjoy it,
Kahuna something
man.
else to talk about.
and
No,
kid and kid
Yeah.
dude, man.
and
Hey, I
kid.
wouldn't want it no other way, man. I've been having
Yeah.
so much fun with this thing on console war stuff, man, because it's people that understand it and it's people
Mm-hmm.
that don't understand it. You know what I'm
There
saying?
you
It's,
go.
it's you have the two different sides. You know, a lot of people say the console war is stupid, but you know what I'm saying? Look what how much time we don't been into this and it's still going, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people are having fun with it. The
It,
reason
It's
why it's still going is because people having fun with it.
yes.
You
it's
know, it's
entertaining.
fun. It's fun putting, sitting, throwing jabs. Like even when I go in Bang Bang, my man Jabari, man, shout out to Jabari. You know what I'm saying? He always has something entertaining that's gonna get people talking.
Hoof clicker of
And
the year.
if you look at his posts, it's about 200 to 300 comments in there, man, and
Every
people
Mm-hmm.
just
post,
conversating every
pissing people
post.
off.
And it's funny. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? And it is fun, man. And we go back and forth. We tease each other with mimes. We tease each other with comments. You know what I'm saying? We sit here and say this is trash, that is trash. Then when it flips and Xbox on top, oh, he quiet. He
Yeah,
hides for
that
a
nigga
week. You know what I'm
disappeared.
saying?
He turned into
Then he
Casper.
comes back, and you know what I'm saying. So it's fun, man. It's fun at the end of the day, especially when you in my circle.
You
You know what I'm
gotta.
saying of how I do, you know where I'm
Right.
at and what I do.
Well,
It's fun, but
well,
I think a lot of people don't know. Man. A lot of
well.
people don't.
To me, it's entertaining, but at the same time, it does get old because it's like, like the thing with me is like, if you're an Xbox dude, like, why everything come out of your mouth is Sony? Like, when are you gonna make content strictly for
But it's vice
Xbox?
versa.
It's vice
Show
versa
me a
though.
Smoky Dog video that doesn't mention Xbox though.
Hold on,
Yeah, it's
I'm
vice
not
versa,
finished.
bro.
I'm not finished.
Go ahead.
If you're gonna do like a video and you're gonna mention the other console or whatever, just be, you know what I'm saying, like be fair about it, you know what I'm saying? Like Zobi 70, like that's the only dude that keeps that shit 100 across the board on
Mhm.
YouTube, as far as my opinion. Like he don't fucking favor Sony or this and that. If Sony on bullshit, he gonna say, look, them fuck Sony, they on bullshit. You know what I
Until they
mean?
release the
I'm
next
gonna tell
Dragon
you
Ball Z,
something.
then he'll
I'm
push
gonna
it.
tell you something though, man. I understand Zobi too. Zobi just like teeing people off. You know what I'm saying?
But
He
he
loved
but
teeing people off, bro. You know what I'm
but he
saying? So
say
if he can get you,
but
if
he
he can get
say
you
some of the
ramped
realest
up.
shit though, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he do. He do. I'm just saying, but he loved to tick people off. You know, that's kind of like where I'm at too. You know what I'm saying? I love ticking people off also. You know what I'm saying? But he just, you know, he's a master troll, man. You know what I'm saying? I love that dude, man. You know what I'm
You
saying?
got.
He mastered at it, man. That dude got that locked down, man. Trust me, I study. I take notes.
And you
That's
gotta
my boy, though.
you gotta have fun with this console war, guys. You can't take it
You gotta have
personal.
fun with it.
We get mad sometimes, but you gotta have fun. Like me, man, I come into this podcast every week just to hear what kind of jibber jabber going to come out of Big Homie's mouth. I know it's gonna be some foolishness. You know what I mean? But we have fun with it, don't we, Big Homie?
Oh yeah,
Yo,
but
You
at the
know
end
what
of
I
the day,
mean?
you
He
already
done
know
called
what it
me an
is.
X about 1,000 times this month. You come on now. That's what
Fuck
we
X,
do.
hey, fuck Xbox all day. You already know what it
And
is.
see if Big Homie didn't bring it each week, I think something was
Yeah.
wrong.
There's
I
something wrong
encourage
with it.
him. I encourage him to
I'm gonna
bring it.
tell you something. If when I stop getting on these dang on clickers and I start doing something else, y'all gonna sit here and say, "What the heck wrong with show?"
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Because it ain't gonna feel right. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I gotta keep my foot on these clickers, man. I'm
yeah,
sorry, I just got to.
yeah. Now,
yeah.
now, 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 I'm gonna say something about some of these YouTubers. Yeah, there's a lot of guys out there that make great videos, and I'm fans of you all. But listen, man, I fall asleep at YouTube when I see these videos. Like, can't we all just get along? Can't
Yeah,
the
I can't.
console war end? No. Let's give it to these hoof clickers. Let's give it to them.
E-Rock about to be trending on Facebook.
About to
Gaming
trend.
battlegrounds.
Nah,
Listen,
They will sit
listen.
here.
nah, but
We got our new man.
E-Rock,
Kill him.
but E-Rock, but E-Rock,
What's
but
that?
E-Rock. But believe it or not, like I fuck with those type of YouTubers that's not into all that type of drama. You know what I'm saying? Like if I want to get
I
some
know.
serious news,
Yeah,
whatever, I
yeah,
go fuck with them. You know what I
yeah.
mean? But
I
all that
understand.
fucking like that goofy shit.
Hmm.
Oh, Sony is about to go broke, and like I don't
They
watch
aren't
all
about to
that
go
shit.
broke.
I
They're
wouldn't
not
give a fuck if they go broke. They could go broke tomorrow. I wouldn't give a fuck. Shit, it's not gonna hurt me.
Man, they
Sonny about to be on Section 8.
they leaking emails and personal information and all
Wow,
kinds
they
of
just did that
foolishness.
major hack, 74,000 accounts leaked and stuff.
Hey, that's fine, because I get to watch those movies early.
Exactly.
Oh man, you're as
I,
bad as sad. Oh man.
man, look here. Like, I'm gonna keep it real. Last generation, I was one of the biggest fucking pirates. You know what I'm saying? But I did support the developers. You know what I'm saying? I bought the season passes, but I burnt your shit. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna fuck over. No, I'm saying because you fucking over me with this DLC. So okay, we gonna just make it even. I'm gonna burn your shit. I'm gonna buy your season pass. I'm supporting the fucking developer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
But also a couple of things. Like I said, if you're on Twitch or Twitter, YouTube, look up the game. You know, hashtag IDARB. Game's dope. You can literally do whatever. I can see it from now in 3 to 5 months. Is going to be the ultimate troll game because people are going to make troll images with that game.
Oh,
You can do a lot with that thing, man. And the other thing, like my dude right now got an Xbox shirt on, man. Um, Also, one thing I don't know if for those who are on Xbox and you guys follow like the upload, my video was featured today. My Oh Lord video, it was featured by Xbox on the home screen. So if you go to the upload app, you'll see that video. Shout out to Mr. T-Tech for being a participant, getting his ass whooped by me. Shout out to Xbox 4 for also being a participant.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Literally.
That I think the video is up to like 9,000 views on upload, I believe. So that's the ultimate expose video. I'm just fucking with you, but nah, check it out on Xbox Upload. It's my second video to get featured on Upload, so I'm very appreciative of that. And you guys know where to find me. And everybody keep asking me when I like talk something about a game. Kid Smooth, what's your gamer tag? It's Kid Smooth. My gamer tag and my YouTube, Kid Smooth, is going to be the same. So if you want to follow me on Xbox Live, follow me on Twitter and YouTube. My name's all in your face. Kid
Smooth.
Showstopper 2121.
Yep.
Kid Smooth. Can
Big
I
Kona.
game share with you?
Nigga, no! Game share.
I ain't doing no game share, bro. You can kiss the baby on that, bro.
Yeah. No, really. My call went like this. The guy sent me a message on Xbox, and it said, "Come to my party." And I'm thinking it's somebody that subscribed to me on YouTube, and I go into people's parties, and people be surprised, like, "Oh shit, you came in on this stuff." I'm like, "Yeah," and then I'm thinking of some shit like that. This dude sound like he's straight up out of a trailer park in Alabama somewhere, and he says. He's like, dude, like he first mentioned something about a video I did, you know what I mean? And I'm nice to the guy and everything, and he asked me if I have, he asked me what games I had, and I was naming off 45 of my games, and I got the Forza, and he was like, you got Forza? And I was like, yeah. He's like, will you game share with me? And I'm like, I know your name.
I'd have been like, what?
Game share.
Boy, God, but that's a bold dude right there, boy.
Yeah.
Goodness.
He
At
showed
least befriend the person before you want to just go right in and rape them.
Yeah, I want your games. Like he like literally asked, "Will you game share with me?" I was like, "You want me to give you my games?" I was like, "Well, what games do you have?" I have Assassin's Creed Unity. Well, I have that too. What else do you have? Well, I just got my Xbox 2 weeks ago. Well, how the hell do you know about game share? Like, you know what I mean? It's man, shout out to the dude that tried to offer me Minecraft and NBA Live 14 for fucking Titanfall, and oh my god, I'm gonna cry. But nah,
crazy.
I'm good.
Yeah, man. But you know, shout out to
the only person I'm sharing with is my kids. They can get my digital content anytime, bro. Other than that, it's a wrap.
Only person I'm game sharing with is my damn self, and that's my white Xbox One. So I game share between upstairs and downstairs. That's the closest thing I'm game sharing.
Can you game share with me?
You could have bought a PS. Man, you could have bought a PS4 with that money.
Smooth, I want a game.
Kid Smooth, you heard me?
Yeah. No, big homie. I will be getting a PS4, and I'm gonna do a special unboxing for you and Smokey Dog. American
I told everybody I'm getting mine when Zoe get his. I know it's safe at that time. You know what I'm saying? Good games is out. Oh, we get it. You know
No,
what I'm saying?
I'm
Until
gonna have
then, man, it's trash.
I'm gonna have a very special unboxing for my PlayStation 4. Actually, I'm gonna have 2 videos dedicated to the PlayStation 4 that I'm gonna have. They're gonna be some. Yeah, you're gonna be surprised. I can't actually wait to do it, but
One video of
I'm
him
holding them.
unboxing it and one video of him taking it back. Stay tuned. You wait now. You stay tuned.
Nah,
That's gonna be
nah,
a
he
great
gonna sell.
video.
Nah, he gonna sell that shit box. That's what he gonna
Yeah.
do.
I
Well,
did.
if anybody wants to go on my channel, you can go back and see my video where I took my shit back.
Yo, please, this is why Big Kahuna, you need to learn how to use fucking computers and tablets and shit. All right, if you guys the Big Kahuna, look for him in YouTube. The Big Kahuna is probably one of the best YouTubers that I am subscribed to. If you just want to know what's up in the clearest forms of just clear understanding and truthful, the Big Kahuna is a person to watch. I'm gonna put your YouTube somewhere in the comments or in the description below, but Big Kahuna is really one of the only people that can have a. Normally your videos is about 5 minutes long, but when you exceed, like, he's the only person that it could go 16, 18 minutes, and I don't mind because I know I'm about to get some valuable information. You know what I mean? He doesn't ramble. And he gives a shout out to every one of his subscribers or friends on Xbox at the beginning of his videos
awesome.
all the time. It's somebody different getting a shout out. So shout out to the Big Kahuna. Always honored to have you, and you are. And I'm telling you when I say this, and you'll find out later when I do a video, you are definitely one of my favorite YouTubers. Like, you're just amazing and funny. That's why in my video I said, "Where's the Big Kahuna when you need him?" Because I couldn't say what I wanted to say, like you probably would say it in a video or two when you make it. You know what I mean? But
Big Kahuna is nice. I'm gonna have to give him another shout out. We gotta get him up.
look at him. Look
You
at
see
him.
my face?
That's the best Xbox,
Oh, no.
man.
Oh no.
Big Kahuna is the best. Is the
Hey,
best
you ain't gotta
Xbox.
look like Popeye, the black Popeye.
That damn
You just missed the mic, bro. What's good, though?
Hey,
You gotta
it's
let
no
that
fu-
simmer, man.
hey,
You know,
it's
it's all right.
it's no funnier than the big homie looking like the slave
Oh,
Slave on there, don't he?
and sounding like Rise.
you know,
Rise and
you know what's crazy? The thing that about the Big Homie, yo, if you didn't have that picture on Twitter, I don't think I would be as upset as I used to get with you when you fucking tweeted me bullshit. That picture
But the thing is,
drove me nuts.
his avatar on this show matches his personality.
Yeah.
He's angry, he's pissed, he's mad at the Xbox. Yo, it's awesome. Yo, you
Hey,
be
I'm
on
not
that
the
venom.
only one mad at Xbox. But the face of Xbox is mad at Xbox. So I can be mad at Xbox. You know what I mean?
Wait. He said who the fuck is the face of Xbox? I'm sorry I had to drop the expletive.
The face of Xbox. You know who the face of Xbox is?
Who is that?
Who's that?
I don't know who
I
the
hear
face
nothing but
of that
crickets.
stuff is.
Wait, please tell me. Who are you putting that totem on? Please tell me. What?
One stop for
What?
gamers is the
What?
face of Xbox.
Oh, Lord.
Say it again. Say it again.
Lord.
The hoof clickery.
One stop for gamers is the face of Xbox. You know?
One stop.
Okay,
Who
hold
told
up,
you that
hold
lie?
up, hold up.
I don't know what one stop for gamers is.
This is
Yeah.
you know what?
Y'all
Come on now.
got to
Big
deal
homie.
with it. Y'all got to
Big
deal with
homie.
it.
Big homie.
This is wild.
Big homie.
The hoof clickery on this show.
I can't
Y'all-
take it,
y'all
man.
gotta deal
You
with
don't
it.
went too far, man, with the comedy, bro.
Don't y'all see that now listen, audience, do you now see why I want you to stop being a YouTube elitist and help us be a PlayStation defeatist? You see how these ponies come on here?
He said.
That is all kind of crazy funny, bro.
He
Good.
said one stop for gaming. This thing. Wait. I can't. I'm
Y'all got to
surprised.
deal.
Wait a minute.
Y'all got to
He
deal.
convinced
We gotta
a person.
deal.
He convinced the person that he's the face of Xbox.
Hold on, man.
convinced
Hey, man,
somebody.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. That ain't even sound like rolling off your lips, bro.
Hey, everybody.
He was like, what?
Hold on. He said it like this. He said, I know who y'all leader is. We're like, who? He got quiet for a good 5 minutes. He said, one stop.
Hey,
Hey, man. Hold on. I'm gonna have to
y'all got.
what you threw at
I'm
E-Rock,
saying
man.
y'all
That
got
is
quiet.
all kind of crazy, bro.
I'm saying y'all
Wow.
got quiet like y'all.
We
Hey,
gotta
y'all
deal
got
with
quiet
it.
like y'all know what I was talking.
You know
We
what?
did because we thought you was gonna say Zaire or crap or somebody like that.
What?
Just saying, what?
Hey, y'all got to deal with it, man.
Hey, man,
Oh,
that's classic,
shit.
though, man.
That's why.
Oh
see,
my
and
God,
see,
man.
and see,
That is classic.
I'm glad Big Homie continues to expose himself as a hoof clicker. That's why we can't be mad.
Yo,
I'm not
yo,
being
I ain't gonna lie. Big
I'm
homie
saying
keeping it.
he's the face.
He the face.
He the face. He look like a damn drunk chihuahua.
He got a face. He got a face. He all right though, man. I'll be goodness, but man, that was funny, bro. I ain't taking shots at homie. That was funny, bro.
Oh,
That
man.
was funny. I'm just
Big homie.
keeping it in the content of you sitting here and you let that roll off your tongue.
Big homie.
What's up, kids?
You kept it real
Wrong.
motherfucking biased.
Mm-hmm.
Now let me do my Zaire.
Classic,
Let me
That
do my
is
Zaire. Big homie,
Oh,
take the camera off and
God,
put
man,
your
that
face
is
next
funny.
to the camera.
I'm gonna tell you. Let me tell you who the face of the Xbox.
Who there?
The Xbox community.
No,
It's a
I'm telling
collective
you,
of all of us. It's a collective of all of us that built it.
nigga.
You know what I'm saying? When you see that, you see the faces of all those that put the work in.
Nigga,
You know what I'm saying?
one stop at
Oh
the face,
man,
nigga.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Well,
That's somebody. You know, I'm gonna tell you. He can proclaim it. You know what I'm saying? And it's fine to be proclaimed that, and you going around and you got people like yourself following it and believing it. But I'm telling you, bro, that's a big pipe dream you sitting there looking at, bro. God, Lee, he done sold you something.
Honestly, if he's the face of Xbox, I'm going straight to change.org to change that.
You gonna make a petition?
But no, neither here nor there, man. I'm just saying, you know, it's a lot of people that put a lot of work in this community.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of pride in this community. For anybody to sit here and say that they the face of it, you know what I'm saying? I mean that's discrediting everybody that put works in. You can't do that. That's some more wild stuff right there. You know? That's wild.
Yeah.
you
But shout out to the homie anyway. You know, shout
out to him though.
You're probably not watching, but if you are, I'm pretty sure American a la carte would send this video to you.
Yeah, but we just. Hey,
Shout-
you know, but you know what? He takes shots at everybody else. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And this ain't even a shot. This is we laughing at the statement this homie made right here because that was all kind of crazy. Man, that's the first time I heard that, man. My goodness, boy, that hit me in the gut.
Yeah, man.
Oh my God, man, I'm gonna keep that one, boy. That was a keeper right there, boy. Wow.
But this is the official call out. I don't know if anybody watched this Twitch stream between me and Next Gen where he beat me by a measly 1 point. But I'm opening up for my rematch.
I lost 22 in hoop, so I ain't gonna.
Yeah, but I want my rematch. And if I win, you have to buy NBA Live 15 full price, not used.
Wow.
You have to buy it full price. And then you have to play me NBA Live. So I want my rematch. Let me know when you want to do that. But you know, we going over the time, so I would like to close this out. But you know, anybody else got anything to say? Chuck, thank you for joining us. Please say what you got to say, man.
Yeah, you know, everyone just argues all the time about what console's better and whatnot, but at the end of the day, it's about coming home after school or work, whatever you have, hopping on to Skype, party chat, whatever, getting with a bunch of friends and just playing games. That's really what it's all about.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Right on.
I got something to say.
Yep.
Sell your shit box and get a PS4, man.
Me,
That's all I got to say.
Oh man, and
Well,
Big Kahuna,
damn.
man.
How you gonna tell somebody to sell their shit but you still got yours?
Hey, some people ain't got it like that to keep it. You know what I'm saying?
Or,
Some
or
people.
I got something perfect to say.
Go ahead.
Fanboys don't like their favorite system. They just hate yours.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
That fit perfect right
Yeah,
there. That fit perfect.
Ooh.
Hey, I
yeah.
can't. Hey,
Showstopper.
I can't come back after that one, man.
This y'all already know, man. It's your boy Showstopper. Check me out on my channel, which is Showstopper 2121, and I'm Hal.
And my man E-Rock, man.
Hey, listen, guys, it's always great to be here. This podcast is just booming. It's taking off. Every week we got a great new celebrity. This week we had Showstopper. Last week we had Broken Games. Who we have next week? Come on in and join us and watch as we expose the Sony trickery and nonstop boom quickery. Come on back next week now. Come on back.
Oh man.
And as I say, Xbox is the best box, and I am the best bot. Good night,
Mhm.
everyone.
Peace.